Bungamati is 12 kilometers south from Kathmandu and 6 kilometers south from Patan. Bungamati is also known as Bunga in local Newari language. Machindranath is also called Bundia or the god of agriculture. Bungamati is a traditional settlement also known as Amarpur. At least 3 different legends suggest its name. According to one legend, Bungamati was derived by combining 2 words, Bunga, god, and Mati, river. Another story mentioned the unification of 3 words in local Newari language, namely Bu, agricultural field, Ga, lower land, and Mati, river, literally meaning agricultural land in the lower land with many rivers. Some modern mythical historians assume that the settlement of Bungamati had already existed before the dawn of civilization in Kathmandu, when Kathmandu Valley was a lake. Swayambhu Puran mentioned a kingdom named Bandhumati in the vicinity of the lake. Historians assume Bungamati is derived from the word Bandhumati, which changed with the passage of time. However, solid evidence that marked the existence of Bungamati in ancient period is the stone stele of King Angshuvarma, which mentioned the name Buga Yumi Mrigana of Kirat dialect that can be broken as Buga, water resource, Yumi, Kirat goddess, Grama, village. So, historians assert Bungamati to have already existed in Kirat period. According to another legend, the town was developed bringing 100 people each from Kathmandu, Bhaktapur and Patan after Lord Machindranath was brought to the valley to end the 12 years drought by King Narendra Dev. Several artifacts, including struts of temple, doors frame of monastery, stone spouts resembling the style practiced in the translation period, suggest the settlement to have existed in the medieval period. Several accounts of King Srinivas Malla 1680s associated with the construction, renovation of courtyard, water spout, rest house, suggest Guti system being responsible for taking care of cultural heritage and management of town. Since the medieval time, Bungamati has been a popular pilgrimage site in Asia. Even the rulers of valley used to visit Bungamati to pay homage to god Bunga. The 11th manuscript of Astasasrika Prasna Paramita lists Bunga as important pilgrimage site along with Uttaisan in China, Sri Vijay of Indonesia, and shrines in Sri Lanka. Also, many Tibetan pilgrimage guides and biographies illustrate Bungamati. Ponds in Bungamati. Each community of Bungamati has its own separate ponds or puku made from various socio-religious functions. De Puku belongs to Sakya community, Kha Puku for Shrestha community, and Na Puku for Japu community. There are altogether 5 ponds in Bungamati, which acts like a water reservoir. Kha Puku and Na Puku are located outside the main settlement, whereas De Puku lies inside the settlement, which has functional relationship with the main temple of Rato Machindranath. There was a famine in Kathmandu Valley as it didn't rain for 12 years. The reason was that the displeased yogi Gorakhnath bound the 9 serpents who provided the rain for the country and sat down upon them in meditation as Mrigastali above Pasupatinath. Astrologers and priests advised the king Narendra Dev to bring Karunamaya Machindranath from Kamuni, current Assam of India. The king, along with Bandhudatta Bajracharya, a learned Buddhist priest and a farmer also known as Lalitcha Japu of Patan, set on an arduous journey to bring Machindranath to Kathmandu Valley. The 4 Vairavas were also someone who carried the Karunamaya to the valley. Gorakhnath at Mrigastali heard the arrival of his guru Machindranath and rose from his seat to go and greet him. With this, the Nagas were also released and the rain started to fall once again. Narendra Dev then decided to inaugurate an annual chariot festival for Rato Machindranath. It is said that when Rato Machindranath was brought into the valley, then the settlement was shifted to present location of Bungamati after the temple of Rato Machindranath was constructed. It is believed that Kathmandu Valley was blessed with rainfall when Ratu Machranat was brought to Bungamati, when it was experiencing the worst drought in its history. How Machindranath lost its nose. When the team from Kathmandu Valley reached Assam to bring Machindranath to the valley, Machindranath's mother found out that the team from Kathmandu Valley intended to take her beloved son Machindranath away from her. To prevent her son from leaving, Machindranath's mother would sleep on the doorway every night so that Machindranath could not leave the house at night, thinking that someone as devout as Machindranath would never step over his mother's body as it was considered sin. One night, Machindranath decided to leave home for the good of the people of Kathmandu Valley. Machindranath quietly sifted each strand of its mother's hair and got out of the house. As it was dark in the night and had missed to sift one strand of hair, Machindranath got punished for committing the sin of stepping over his mother's hair, and the tip of his nose fell off instantly. This is the reason why all the idols and images of Machindranath does not have a proper nose. As Machindranath was slowly removing his mother's, one of her hair was touched by his foot. His leg was never recovered. That is why Machindranath's foot is still covered in a silver bag. Based on this legend, it is still customary to carry the idol of Machindranath in a chariot. The story of a half-buried lion of Bungamati. 3 lions live in the medieval town of Bungamati. Strangely, these lions did not eat the people, but instead 2 of them guarded the Machindranath Bahal premises, and the 3rd lion wandered around the alleys of Bungamati. The wandering lion had a special black magic power. Once a disease spread in Bungamati, which infected almost every people. The Vaidyas or physician of that time could not cure the disease, neither could find out the cause. Days passed and many people succumbed to the mysterious disease and died. A wise man of Bungamati then went to a tantric yogi to seek help. The tantric used his power and discovered that the wandering lion had used his black magic power to spread the disease, as he was angry with the inhabitants of Bungamati for not cleaning sewage for a very long time. After knowing the reason, people started to clean the sewage, house and surrounding. The disease stopped spreading and gradually they got cured as well. Fearing the lion would again put such spell on people again, they caught the lion and buried it on the ground so that the lion could not roam around the village anymore. Even to this day, offerings are made to the lion whenever someone has stomach ailment. The people in Bungamati call that lion Punahaima Simha, meaning a black magic lion. Thank you.